Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. Welcome to a new art journal page, and today I'm working in my new mixed media notebook. Here you can see some die cuts I got from Lynn. Lynn is Scrappy Duda here on YouTube, and I love this lady in this elegant frock. So all the other stuff is absolutely fantastic as well, but this lady inspired me to make this page, today's page. So what I first will do is, because I'm not having that many of these die cuts, so I will preserve them. I only show you a few here, not all of them. I put some, that's Mod Podge. I put Mod Podge on and I do it on both sides to, preserve it and use it as a stencil, for example. And to what I will use today is the lady, and of course I will use it first as a stencil, and this is my new notebook. Actually, I made only for myself, and I used the first page. So I use this light watercolor paper, and I use the smooth side because I want to make gesso resist. So this is a die cut I use for this black cardstock, and I will show you later what I do with it. So this is the die cut I preserved with the medium, and I use gesso on top here and go over the whole page to get some sort of gesso resist. When you go over it with paint, you will see the areas where the gesso is on top, because paint behaves differently on gessoed areas than it does on normal paper, where it soaks up much more. And this, you can assume there is something. You really can't see it a lot. And I use dilution paint. I put it randomly onto the page, and then I use a baby wipe to spread it out. Here, this is the bubblegum pink I use, and both my bubblegum pink and the crushed grape I will use later, they are both having this pudding-like consistency, but it's okay, you can work with it, doesn't matter. So you can see a bit where the gesso is down there, but not that much. So this works much better when you're using darker colors. So this is why the crushed grape now is coming into action. I'm not using that much, only partially here and there, especially there where the stenciled parts are. Now you can see it much better. Yeah. So with dark color, use dark colors when you want to have it more visible. So I go on with a black cardstock now. To have not this very straight edges, I tear it apart, and that will go onto the page. But first I put some stamping down with the red from dilution paint, and this is a script stamp I use for most of the times. I use it with paint, so it's not really it's a sturdy one. With this rubber you can clean it properly, so that's quite good. You saw me putting this glittery Mod Podge on that black cardstock, and I want to have it very glittery, and this is Tattered Angels I use for this lady, for the frog, because I wanted to have it very, very glamorous. I thought about her as going out in the evening and being the shining star. So that's why I give her this very glittery and shimmery outfit. And it fits in with the colors I used for the background properly. You will see later. So that's nice, isn't it? So shimmery. Okay, picks up a bit. It's okay. So, and then I start working on the body. I have some of this pro markers, not having really a lot, but I have the skin tone ones. And the other alcohol markers I have is this, they call Touch. yeah, I have a few of them, as you can see here. I use them to get the right color for the hair, and this pink is for, of course, the bracelet and the necklace. So yeah, got in with a black marker to define the eyes a bit more, the facial features, but that she looked very scary, so I went over with the marker again and correct that a bit. She looks really scary. So I thought when I put her down on the page, she really didn't stand out. So now I go around with a pencil and put some yellow on the page, and I leave it a bit bigger than the actual figure is, or the die cut is, that it is an edge around her, and it looks to me, that's my idea of it, as some spotlights is on her, and you will see that when I put the figure back. I go over, because the dilution paint is quite a bit, or can be translucent when used on one layer, so I used several layers to have a bit more coverage. So that's what I thought, and I think that works perfect. It works absolutely in the way I wanted it to. And later on, I will put some circles down in yellow, so acting like spotlights, this. And it gives a nice contrast with the pink and the violet. So this is the cardstock again, and I glue it down with Mod Podge here. And to me, it is symbolize this glamorous, glimmery night, when you're going out for the really, really big event and dressing up. And so that's for me the symbol of that. I go around the die cut here with a marker to give it an edge. So now I start with making some marks on that page, and I'm using circles only with my mark making tools, and I stay there basically in the color family. I use here a red violet, and I go on with smaller ones, and then I use the same tools to go over with white acrylic, bit off center, but basically the same, and a bit of white inside the big circles to give a bit of shading. So inside here I thought I might pimp it up a bit with a white Sharpie. It's a Sharpie, okay, and some splatters. And I will change that, not change, I will put something else, because I could remember, I got something new, why don't I try that? So I use the rest of the red violet for the edges. I have a bit of a darker edges here, and then I was looking for how to do the spotlights, and I use the same mark making tools here, the circles, and that will be the spotlight directed onto the lady. So, and that's what I meant when I said I have something new, and I forgot about that. When I was at Viva Decor, I bought this glass liquid, it calls liquid glass, and they have it in this glimmer, that's transparent glimmer, and transparent flimmer they call it, and in opaque, yeah, so they don't have it in clear, and I thought I'd try that. It's glimmery, it's exactly what I wanted for that page, a lot of glimmer and glamour, and yeah, so I put it in some of the holes, and it is absolutely fantastic and dimensional. When you put it into these holes and leave it on one spot, it's absolutely beautiful. It's now not dry yet, but even though when it dries, it stays pretty dimensional and the shine is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I love it. So it was the right decision to buy that. It's not that expensive. So for the sentiment, I use this from Dina Wakley's stem set, You Radiate Beauty. And I think that's the right thing, you know, radiate beauty, that's what she is. So cut it down, and then I go over with some paint, and I use a violet, but I saw then it doesn't work in that in the same color tone, so I use a yellow and was much happier with it. But I was fuzzing around where to put it. Didn't make any sense somewhere, and then I decided to cut it down into the 3 words, but still had to decide where to put it. But at least I found a home for the words. As you can see me here gluing them down already. Yeah, was pretty okay with that. And the very last thing I did, I was outlining the words, and that's it. And now you will see already the close-up, and you can see the glass is dry now, or the liquid glass, so-called, the glimmery one. It's really fantastic. I love it. So can recommend that. And yeah, that's my first page in my new mixed media notebook I made for myself. So I marked it now as mine because there's already 1 page in. Okay, they're loose pages, easily to take out, but yeah, so I think it's great. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you like it, and I hope I will see you with my next page. Have a nice time, guys. Pictures are following now. Bye bye.